And we're streaming on YouTube, right, Ramon? Yes, we are. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start. All right, we have an extra special presentation today. The long-awaited true NFTs, which I'm just going to say for me personally, it's huge. It's huge, huge, huge. Margarita from our squad is here. I'm going to let her take over. Margarita, please go ahead and tell us all about it.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm glad to have you all here today. Well, I think. My name is Margarita. I am project manager at our squad company, and today we're presenting TrueNFT. Let me share my screen so you can all see our presentation. So today we're talking about what it is, how this technology was developed, how does its architecture look like, main scenarios that we covered, creating this technology, customization possibilities, what requirements should the system meet in order to be called a TrueNFT one. Just keep in mind that this is a technical launch of TrueNFT, so you know. So let's go. So what it is exactly? TrueNFT is a technology created together by Surf and our squad to produce NFT tokens based on Freeton network. As simple as that. Key advantages of TrueNFT are the ones that you can store all the NFT data in blockchain directly, simplify and standardize your requests to find NFT collections and users' tokens. You can interact with tokens in any decentralized browser or an app, knowing just your address. Plus, you'll be able to transfer your tokens knowing only the recipient's address. Our goal was to examine already existed solutions and develop our own to meet the following requirements. First one, highly user-friendly interface, meaning that the user should have a full stack of tools to cover all his needs working with NFT tokens, knowing only his surf address. Tokens transferred to any users and or systems, knowing only the recipient address. Displaying wallet tokens, not specifying any additional addresses. Moreover, the system should be universal and highly customizable, keeping tokens content exclusively on chain. So why not we use an existing solutions, any of them? When we started the development in Freeton blockchain, some NFT implementations have already been released, like TIP3 NFT, for instance. TIP31 has just been released at that time as well. It parallels TIP3 main solutions and also provides new opportunities for contracts development. ERC-721 was also a good analog of TIP3. The research of existing solutions reveals the fact that none of them could meet the specified above criteria. For instance, the classical ERC-721 model cannot be used for Freeton as it demands to big mappings. TIP3 makes users deploy additional wallets for each NFT collection, and therefore it could not be accepted as a proper solution as well. Moreover, tokens can only be transferred between these particular wallets, and only if you know their addresses. And the problem of creating a separate mechanism of getting all user tokens knowing only his address, and you'll clearly see in what position we were when we decided to go for a completely new solution for the case. So we decided to use blockchain itself as a storage, as the first thing to do. Another thing was removing all unnecessary user operations, simplifying interaction with blockchain. Thirdly, providing an easy search for all NFTs that belong to the user, knowing only the address of his wallet. And transferring the ownership, knowing only the wallet address. Here, you can clearly see the offered architecture scheme stating the behavior of index bases, NFT root, data, index owner, and index owner root. Each of these components is presented in the following screens. So let's go and talk about them a bit more. So index bases. As you can see, we use index bases to find all NFT collections in the network. Very important to keep in mind that to be considered true NFT, each system must deploy index bases for each NFT collection. Then index owner and index owner root. These contracts are essentially identical and inherit index contract. Again, very important to keep in mind that to be considered true NFT, each system must deploy index owner and index owner root for each NFT. NFT root is the NFT collection contract responsible for minting tokens and information about the collection. Since the contract has its basis, its implementation can be completely different within various systems. The project repository and the diagram only contain an example of basic implementation of NFT root for a general understanding of a system concept. Data. Data contract contains data of the token and link to the media. It can transfer NFT ownership and deliver some other actions. Like NFT root, data is a completely customizable contract, since the token might have different set of fields within various collections. Very important to keep in mind that to be considered true NFT, each system must store all NFT data in a data contract or hold links to other contracts within the network. So summing up the whole architecture thing we were just discussed, I can say that these are all the things you should definitely keep in mind regarding true NFT architecture specifications. Search indexes cannot be changed under any circumstances, like not at all, while NFT data and root are fully customizable. So now let's talk about tokens transfer. Transfer can be presented differently. It could either be a simple ownership transfer from one owner to another, or transfer on some other conditions. Very important to keep in mind that to be considered true NFT, again, the system must preserve the ownership transfer logic with recreation of search indexes and ownership change in the data contract. So, and what about tokens minting? Very important to keep in mind that to be considered true NFT, it must preserve the logic of creating tokens with the deployment of data and search indexes. What should we take into account, like any developer should? The main thing is that some things cannot be changed under any circumstances, like index contract code, transfer mechanism, and contract required fields. These are the things that cannot be changed. As we said previously, TrueNFT stores all media in the blockchain directly. While Drive Chain has not been released yet, the media upload example was carried out within the framework of zero-walk chain. Since this is all customizable, another storage contract is added, which stores the data. Media content is stored in mapping key value storage, where key is a counting number of the chunk, while value is a bundle of bytes. This diagram here illustrates all the system changes when we upload media. So the thing about search and display. In the development process, we realized that the set of functionality for obtaining data from the blockchain becomes exhaustive when the following four conditions are met. Collections, user tokens within the collection, and tokens within the collection. And we can get all this simply with a single request from GraphQL, which is a huge thing to do, I suppose. So why our solution is TrueNFT? It is because TrueNFT are fully decentralized. Minted NFT is a deployed smart contract, and therefore no wallets are required. All the content is stored in blockchain directly, as we mentioned several times before. User-friendly interface that can be used on any platform like web or mobile, named dbot, and user can interfere with blockchain directly by dbots. How to become true? All the steps are presented on the screen, actually. So we need to deploy index basis for each NFT root, deploy index owner and index owner root for each data, store all data in data contract, or have links to other contracts within the network. Index owner and index owner root together are actually one single contract named index, but deployed differently. Index basis and index are not subject to any changes within any TrueNFT systems. Preserve the logic of ownership transfer with recreation of search indexes and change of ownership in the data contract. Another project Surf and our squad have been doing together is dApps. dApps is a service allowing to create events and manage tickets. It is based on TrueNFT concept system, which guarantees a quick search for contracts. The project is already published in the project repository as an example of how you can work with TrueNFT. You can check it if you want to, anytime. Now let's talk about how TrueNFT looks like in Surf. First of all, you should understand one thing. As a user, you don't need to do any extra actions. Just download Surf or run it in web and enjoy your experience with TrueNFT. No need to input any extra addresses. No need to provide extra data. It simply works out of the box. You'll see all your collections right in Surf. And now let's go and see what it actually looks like. So in the first picture here, we're in Surf. This is a list of collections with the tokens we own. These are the collections with your TrueNFT tokens only. If you're getting a new token from another collection, a new collection with this token will be added automatically in the list of your collections. In this picture, you can see the list of your collections, of your token collections. And in the last one here, we can see the data of this token. Here we can go to this collection debug and do some action with our tokens. Don't forget, if someone sends tokens to you regardless of your collection relation, it will appear automatically here, right in Surf. So summing up, we don't need to waste your time, none of us. TrueNFT has his first partner, and this partner is Grand Bazaar, the first NFT marketplace on Freeton supported TrueNFT technology. Right now, you can integrate TrueNFT technology into your system and become one of the first products on Freeton which supports this modern technology. And here are some useful links for you to go to, like Surf, our squad landing page for TrueNFT, and our GitHub where you can see everything you want to. Thanks for listening. Sorry. Any questions and comments are highly appreciated. So if you want to ask something, just do.
Thank you very much, Margarita. That was excellent. Yeah, there's a few more projects coming, by the way, really good ones. Yes, please. If you have a question, raise your hand. I'm sure somebody's got to have questions about this. Comments.
What's the timing for real-life implementation?
Hello, I'm Roman. Alexander, what do you mean when you say real-life implementation?
Public launch, available for everybody.
It's in public, but I think it will. It needs a bit improvement based on real use cases. So now it is in public. You can use it. You can see the examples. But I think that specification of this technology can be a bit changed just because we need to claim feedback. So now it's in public. Developers can find it in TonLab's GitHub. So here is a link, and maybe Roman will provide a link to the chat and to YouTube. And enjoy it. Please provide feedback to us. We will make some improvements of specification of technology, and I think that the not soft launch, major launch will be after maybe drive chain release, but right now you can use it in your system as a Grand Bazaar and in other projects.
Yeah, and there are several coming. I know that for a fact. Okay. Does anyone else have a question or a comment? Zehan, will Tons serve support display or storing of NFT tokens? Margarita, you're still here. Would you be able to answer that? I mean, I know the answer, but I'd rather have you answer.
I think so, but I'm not sure, truly speaking.
The answer is yes, soon. On behalf of Xiao Si. Okay. All right. So there's actually a recording was done from a presentation by the NFT TrueNFT team yesterday, and that's gonna be circulated around. So you'll be able to see that, and those questions are all answered there.
Okay.
So if no one has anything else, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to wish you all a great rest of your week, great weekend, and we will see you again on Tuesday next, same time. Thank you all for coming.